One of the biggest lies you hear touted constantly on the right, mostly to cover up his own blatant racism, is that Donald Trump did so much for the black community when, in reality, he mostly just massaged the optics while doing things that largely affected them negatively and disproportionately so compared to other communities. And Biden actually did a good job in a recent interview laying out a few of those. So I wanted to play that clip and then to dive deeper into it and discuss all of them.
Trump hurt black people every chance he got. Black unemployment, uninsurance rates went up under Trump. Trump's tax scam reinforced discrimination. Typical white household got double the cut of the typical black household. They botched the COVID-19 response, supposedly leaving black people dead. Black-owned businesses shuttered and pushed to bring back stop and frisk law. Remember who Trump is. He falsely accused of Central Park 5. He's the founder of Birthers. He tried to repeal Obamacare the first time.
So what is Trump's record with the black community? It ties back long before he was ever president, not only wrongfully accusing the Central Park 5, calling for their deaths and refusing to walk it back, but being sued for racial housing discrimination, where his former employees said that they were instructed to tell black people if they showed up when Trump wasn't around, that rent was twice the cost of what it actually was in hopes that they wouldn't be able to afford it so he didn't have to rent to them. He then, as president, rode the wave of Obama's steep decline in just unemployment in general, but black unemployment as well, until it spiked disproportionately high under him under COVID, of which also disproportionately affected black Americans as well, all the while, and probably in part due to, black Americans without health insurance was also steeply on the rise under Trump, kind of in an unprecedented fashion, as it was dropping before then since the ACA passed, the Affordable Care Act, as he then continued to try and overturn the Affordable Care Act, something that allowed less medical racism to affect people of color, that expanded the accessibility for health insurance to black American seniors, and really just everyone. Full stop. His tax cuts as well, the only legislation he passed, massively benefited the white community in comparison to the black community, as it was not a transit to wealth rather than another method for wealthy people to hoard it. He relentlessly defended stop and frisk, something that is known to be used to target black minorities specifically. All the while, his HUD appointees worked to roll back fair lending laws in housing, discriminatory laws for black people in housing, and any pat on the back achievements he did have for the black community were bested by Biden anyhow, where the low black unemployment he had shortly before the spike was bested by a lower black unemployment by Biden for longer. His HBCU investments were out-invested by Biden, and Biden also has one of the most diverse cabinets in presidential history, while Trump hired a bunch of white guys.
The first most important thing we can do is make sure the Affordable Health Care Act is not cut by this guy. He says he's going to do it. And lower prescription drug costs. We've done that. We pay the most expensive drug costs in the world. And, we brought down, as I said, base for capped insulin costs at $35 instead of $400. More black families have coverage under the ACA. Black enrollment has nearly doubled, saving families $800 a month on premiums. We took on big pharma, so Medicare can now negotiate prices. Under Trump, uninsurance rates went up and not down. He tried to repeal Obamacare and the ACA 50 times.
The benefits of Obamacare are massive. It disproportionately helped the black community, Americans, seniors in general, and Trump wants to undo it to further privatize healthcare as a business. I often see a lot of discouraged progressives or lefties with some of Biden's measures, and they're saying, well, they're practically the same. And I always have to remind them of the places where Biden is 1,000 times better. Trump took Roe v. Wade away. Biden, if he has the votes, will instantly put it back in place. Trump did away with transgender protections, whether federally or for the military. Biden passed an executive order to bring them right back. Trump allowed states to ban same-sex marriage. Biden federally protected it in all 50 states. Trump tried to privatize healthcare. Biden expanded Medicare and Medicaid to millions of more seniors, all while lowering drug costs. Trump promised infrastructure. Biden delivered that for roadways, clean water, bridges, and new energy jobs. Trump would have had oil companies in every state if he did succeed, but he failed anyway. These are places that have tremendous effects that if you're a progressive, someone on the left, if your moral compass, your beliefs are anywhere in your mind, something that should matter large to you. And Trump could never match Biden in those regards. The goal should always be between the election years to do the most work you can to benefit those elections, right? Try to move things to the left, try to move the conversations to the left, do the hard work, voice your criticisms, get better voices and better candidates to campaign. But when it's election day, what you need to do is put your head down, vote for the best candidate that gets you closest to your goals and your idea for America, and then you go back to the hard work for the next 4 years. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.